Shalom, shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles, the great millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in the gospel, bro. Lifting up the standard of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. Sa'akim Mahaloya, coming back with another quick lesson through the spirit. Got a little time on my break. So trying to get a few lessons in, man. Why the spirit is hot. So be straight to the point. What the hell is this guy doing? Straight to the point, man. You know, a couple of basic scriptures. And we gonna leave it at that. Because this is a restaurant, a fast food chain, Raising Cane's is sending corporate staff to work fry cooks, cashiers, and recruiters in its restaurant amid the expansive drive and the labor shortage. Okay, these people are losing workers left and right because the job markets are rather yet scarce. Okay, people are not returning back to work. People are not applying for jobs, and ultimately people are not getting hired on. Okay, now Raising Cane's, I believe that was an establishment out of I think it was established in Texas, if I'm not mistaken. Salaki if I'm off, but we have a few of them here in Kansas City, Missouri. Pretty decent, you know, they show like chicken fingers and all that crazy stuff. But nonetheless, man, they're talking about a shortage of workers, so they having corporate staff out there to slave, which indeed they should know. And it's just another way of you Edomites getting ready to go into slavery, because I mean, your corporate staff, to be honest with you, man, they don't know what it's like to work hard, man. Okay, because usually if you're in a corporate setting and you're a CEO of a business, 9 times out of 10 you didn't get there because you were flipping fucking hamburgers and pancakes. No, man, a lot of times you were put in those positions due to a said privilege that you had, whether it's through stocks and bonds or slavery or just old blood money from having slaves. Okay, because believe it or not, that's how a lot of these multi-millionaire multi-billionaire corporations become established, because they're off blood money, man. You know, they always give you that sad ass sob story about, well, yeah, I used to start off flipping burgers and all this and that. That's a damn lie, man. Okay, because it's another thing working for these big companies. Like when I was working for the state earlier this year, you know, we have what they call snow operations, snow removal operations. And, you know, most of the time it's hands on deck. That's for the peons, you know. We got to do the fucking snow removal, which is very laborious, it's very strenuous, it's very tiring. But you got big wigs at the top that's dictating orders and barking orders when they've never done it. You know, you had this one lady that was over the operation, and she decided to get out there 1 year, and it drove her ass insane. But yet you can bark orders to everybody, but yet you can't dish out what you bark. You know, you can't accept what you're dishing out. You know what I'm saying? So this is it's all a big game. It's all psychological warfare at the end of the day. But nonetheless, man, it says the company wants to hire 10,000 workers over the next 50 days. The corporate staff will also work in recruitment restaurants. So with that being said, man, they're going to have to up the pay, because I don't know. I think the starting pay for this corporation is probably like 10 some bucks an hour, probably a little bit more, because since the pandemic they've been giving, you know, little sign-on bonuses here and there. But even then, that's really not enough to keep people interested in a job, you know. So you're gonna have to do some magic tricks, Esau. But this shows you that his society is breaking down, okay, because nobody wants to work for him. And this is actually Bible prophecy, you know, because what happens is when people are pushed against the wall with certain mandates, then you better believe that you know, people are not going to deal very favorably with the particular mandates. And that's the reason why a lot of people are walking away from these particular jobs too, because they're dealing with the MANDATE, the mandates. You know, like yesterday I was reading an article, and I believe it was Southwest Airlines. A lot of people walked off the gig, all because, you know, they like, look, man, we're not dealing with this shit, you know. So there's going to be a shortage of business when you have workers that's coming in to work. Businesses ultimately close down, which means that we're heading for a devastating economic collapse. Because out there in New York, they fired like over fucking half their goddamn medical staff, because a lot of them didn't want to deal with the, you know, the 1-2 punch. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, they're losing workers. The National Guard has to come in and be deployed in order to work in those fields. And a lot of those men of the National Guard are not medically trained. Okay, so that's going to cause another disruption in the labor force. So the Lord, he's picking Babylon apart, man. And it's a beautiful thing that we're living in a time of the most viable prophecies coming to pass. Okay, because as soon as the collapse come, you better believe that as soon as the collapse comes, you better believe that the MOTB is going to be next on the totem pole, man, because that's what it's all about, establishing an MOTB system, and it's already infrastructured that way. Like they had what they call IoT, which it's abbreviated for the Internet of Things. It's already set up to be that. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna bring up this precept real quick. I wasn't gonna really read the article. I'm pretty much driving, and I'm trying not to waste too much more time. But it says Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, which have more than 500 restaurants, is known for its chicken fingers meal. It will send its corporation staff into the branches across the U.S. this week, Bloomberg reported. And they're only doing that because, like I said, they don't have enough people, man. All right. So this is the book of Ecclesiastes, 12th chapter, verses 2:1. It says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth. Okay. Your youth goes into your young years, man, when you're able-bodied. Talking about you Israelites out there. You know what I'm saying? Now, to serve Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is now. Okay? Not later, not when you're tired, not when you're done being whores and living your lives as pimps and drug dealers. And you can't do it anymore. No, man. Okay? You're supposed to serve the Lord while you're young because you have that vigor in you. It says here, nor the years draw nigh when thou says I have no pleasure in them. While the sun or moon and the stars be not darkened, or the clouds return after the rain. Okay, meaning that you have to get on board with this word as soon as the Spirit compels you when it hits you. Because you got a lot of guys, man, they try to prolong it, Then when all hell's breaking loose, a lot of guys gonna try to come up and get right. Lord ain't dealing with that. The Lord is not dealing with that Johnny come lately spirit. When you get this understanding, it's your job to go out there and teach and wake up the children of Israel, man. That's our duty as men. Even then, you're still considered an unprofitable servant, because that's our righteous duty to wake up our people, man. All right, and it's a beautiful thing to be able to go out there and wake our people up and let them know what's going to happen before it happens. That's the job of a prophet, man. Okay. And it says here, in the days when the keepers of the house shall tremble, okay, it says, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Right, the grinders are ceasing, man. People ain't really working. Unemployment is off for the most part. The federal stimulus money that everybody was getting, that's not a thing anymore. They cut that off, like I believe in June of this year, because people were sitting at home, they wasn't applying. But that's still hurt the workforce, because now they're printing a bunch of money that has no value to it, which is causing everything to hyperinflate. And it says, and the door should be shut in the streets when the sign of the ground is low, and he should rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music should be brought low. Okay, so that's your economic situation, and that's pretty much what's getting ready to happen through the Spirit, man. So there it is. Give all praises and glory, honor that's due to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That Shalom and above.